This is John Kvale, and would you believe this is our August capital market and financial planning review? So I'm actually doing this on the last day of the month, Thursday, and it'll post tomorrow. It's a crazy schedule with Labor Day, and I wanted it not to wait. I don't usually post these on a Friday. I'll try and be brief, but if I'm not careful, it'll be like the 6th or the 7th of the month because of the way the calendar is. So let's jump right in. For those of you that are new, I always say this. We do this in a video, audio, podcast type of review, and I'm actually at the office. I love doing these things. I'm going to pull this down a little bit to see if I can get the light off of us on me. I love doing these remotely. It's a lot of fun, but the last video took me 2 hours to upload. This one won't. I'm at the office. Yes, the office. And we do this in video, audio, podcast type of format. So if you're driving down the road, please keep your hands on the wheel. Let's get to this. I have basically a couple subject matters. The TD Ameritrade Schwab merger happens in about 72 hours. Donald will be reviewing on Sunday. He will be reviewing all of his pertinent information that he's a specialist in, and I will get a call Sunday, a call or a text how everything's going. He is one of only 32,000 that was asked. Not, one person out of 32,000. Nobody else that we know. So I always like to tap him on the back for taking time from 3 kiddos over Labor Day weekend and how much we appreciate it. And I'm going to be driving to Denver to take the oldest kiddo away to school. I know tears and sadness, but you guys have all been through that, and I've mentioned it a few times, so I won't beat you down on that. All right, now we're down. Those of you that are in listen-only mode, I'm moving a little fast because I don't want to be long on this Friday before Labor Day when this posts. Check that Social Security statement no matter what your age is. Here's a little blurb. Those of you that listen only mode, I'm quoting from basically from the article, which is that my post, which is linked here. That is, the main reason you're doing this is just to make sure you're getting confirmation for the amount of money that you paid in for Social Security. We can debate whether we're going to get it or not, those of us that are really on the young age of the spectrum, but it's worth checking and having our web portal for Social Security Administration open. You guys like this little, I'm moving on. Those of you that are in listen only mode, I am moving on to the capital market comments. This is a Dolly AI video image that I wanted. I wanted a frog that was crashing or having a downward movement to mimic what the not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 downgrades. And so it's a little bit silly. It's not copyright, and we bring a little humor into this. Okay, here we go. Last subject matter. First, it was Fitch that put a downgrade on the USA, the United States of America's credit. Then it was Moody's. Then it was Fitch. And when we reviewed the Fitch downgrade, we also had a nice a graph that was included, and we mentioned that, hey, there's a third agency that has not chimed in, which is S&P. It used to be called just S&P. Now it's S&P Global Markets. Well, that afternoon they did chime in and do a small minor downgrade. What do we matter? Well, when we have downgrades, it does a couple of things. It slows lending. In the case of the United States downgrade, it pushed interest rates up at the beginning. I've circled this. It's a cool graph. I pull this up. This is something that we have live quotes on our cell phone, and it makes for great, in my opinion, it makes for really nice, a nice graph. But this is a 1-year chart of the 10-year. And when all of these things started coming out, the 10-year popped up to a high, not just because of this, but it popped up to a higher rate. Up in the above 4, and it's since dropped back down. There were some other issues that were going on as the Treasury had basically was doing some things with the Treasuries away from the possible close down that we had. Anyway, long story short, we've got a couple of downgrades. That's going to slow bankers, slow the lending process, which is slowing the economy. In one of the posts I put, the Federal Reserve is probably sitting back and just eating some popcorn on this because this does a lot of the work that they want, which is higher rates, a little more concern, slows lending down, slows the economy. Those of you that listen to Only Mode, I am about to be finished. I'm going all the way back to the top. I want to wish you a happy Labor Day. Thank you for everything. We'll talk to you at the end of September and post-merger. So have an awesome day, and thanks for your time in advance.